Say, I want to welcome you. It's the Hood CNN with your favorite Hood reporter, the Prime Minister of Hood Education, Dr. Monroe. 'Cause I got a PhD in common sense and I'm a five-star general. If y'all want to, you can go to my page now and you can do a watch party so that way we can get the maximum amount of viewers and we'll go from there. Um, it looked like the St. Landry Parish school system then doubled down and they just not gonna do right by these kids. They just not gonna do right by these kids. So I'm gonna give it to Shauna and you kind of fill us in on where we're going and introduce my good friend up at the top and we'll go from there. Unmute your mic.
Yeah. I'm Shauna Sias. I'm a concerned parent. I'm past disappointed. I'm absolutely surpassed disappointed in the St. Landry Parish school system and their inability to even acknowledge or fulfill their own mission statement. They are not ensuring quality anything. If I read to you the mission statement, it goes as follows. The mission of the St. Landry Parish School Board is to ensure high quality instruction while working collaboratively with families and communities to maximize every student's potential. They have fulfilled zero of that thus far. There's no collaborative. There's no community. It's whatever the clique wants over there. It's what it is. And we tired. No, sir, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable for our kids. This is nothing to do with us as some individuals just trying to change the world. We have kids affected negatively by this. And we have friends with kids. We have family members. This is our community. And somehow or another, it's absolutely okay. And I could go all night, but they have heard enough of my complaining. The man that you see at the bottom is Mr. Jermaine Green. I didn't know Mr. Jermaine until recently when I saw him going ham on Facebook behind the school board. Okay, so I was like, whoa, let me see what's up. So I reached out and what I found was unbelievable. So I'll let Jermaine take it from here.
How y'all doing? I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. I'm frustrated. I'm not discouraged. I just feel like I got the wind knocked out of me after this meeting. Like my fellow comrade said, I feel like I took a soft L. I'm just baffled in mind, blown away that after everything that I heard out of this meeting today, that the school board superintendent, Mr. Jenkins, can still tell me that we are prepared to go to school. They clearly admitted that they don't have the proper equipment needed across the board on every level, including cleaning the buses. They have current cases right now of COVID-19 in multiple schools in the parish without having kids there. Now, this is teachers putting this information out there themselves to the students. You know, teacher A, just want to let y'all know I'm not going to be at school for the rest of the week because of possible exposure to COVID-19. I've been running fever all weekend. This is what we're getting, and this is yet we're still being ignored.
I tell you what, I want you to watch this clip Every parent out there watch this clip. This is not their school system. It is your school system. And I think that, before we came on, Jermaine, I told you what the nuclear, solution is to it. And that's basically keep your kids at home. And we understand some people are nervous about doing that. Well, let me show you where I come from. And where I come from, in a school board meeting, this is what you're going to get. Hold on, could you guys hear that?
No.
Okay, hold on just a second, Let me try it again. Let me go back. Let me remove this. Stop screen. Hold on, just take me a split second because it's already ready. Okay. There you go. All right. Let's back it up. This is what you have to do as a parent some days for your child.
Officers, please clear the room. Officers, please clear the room. The board will now go into recess.
Breaking news, what started out as a HISD board meeting about the future of struggling schools turned into chaos when the board closed the meeting, kicking everyone out. Some parents even had to be dragged out.
Those parents are upset that their kids' schools might be handed over to a charter organization.
So let's get right to Lauren Tallarico with what's happening right now. Lauren?
Hi, guys. Well, I'm having a hard time hearing you because a chant just started behind me, you can see. But this has been a rowdy meeting, to say the least. The frustration began before the meeting even started, when they were in closed session for 2 hours. And then during the meeting, you could see the frustration building as those signed up to speak were begging the board not to hand over control to the charter organization. Okay, well, everyone who spoke tonight was very passionate about what was going on. They called the move racist, targeting Black and brown schools, and asked the board to sue the TEA. Many audience members specifically pointed to the Black board members and promised to vote them out of their seats if the votes passed. Now, once the board closed the meeting and went back into closed session, people refused to leave. Some were dragged out by police. I'm told that 3 people were detained. 1 may have been arrested. Now, these 10 schools have been underperforming for years, and if the board votes to partner with this charter organization, it could prevent the schools from closing and also stop the state from taking over the board. Now, as for when the board will vote after tonight's chaos, I'm not sure, but we will keep you posted. I can tell you right now, the president, Rhonda Skiller Jones, just came to the door, and it appears is addressing people. I'm going to go head over there as soon as we're done with this live shot, and I'll update you, keep you posted.
What happened that night is they wanted to close 11 Black schools. And we showed up, Black, white, indifferent, whatever. And we bought 55 pizzas. And we finna sit in here tonight. We shut the meeting down. You're not closing them schools. It got a little rough, us against the cops, because we fighting for our kids. 2 people went to jail, and them 11 schools 2 years later are still open. Bottom line, you gotta fight. And you're gonna have to fight with everything in your power. Now, we fought to keep schools open. What y'all are facing is to make sure that your children don't end up in danger with the possibility of dying. So if a bunch of parents can get together and shake up the 4th largest school district in the country and force these people's hands, I'd be damned if a country boy like Patrick Jenkins can't be moved. Jenkins is doing this because, one, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all are parents, and a lot of days you don't even know how to navigate that system. You don't know how to navigate that system. But the one thing I give you credit for is you've come through the door as respectable people. You came through the door like Martin. It's time for you to find a Malcolm. And it's time for you to get a team together of people. It don't take every single parent. It just take y'all standing firm, and we need to expose these folks nationally. And when it's all said and done, and I know that Pat and them are watching, and I want y'all to understand this because I heard y'all talking earlier, and you said Shauna's mom was the only school board member standing firm. I want people to understand that Patrick Jenkins cannot do what he does unless the board gives him the power to do it. Shauna's mom is one vote. The rest of these people that are giving him the power to do it, and I know some people like, but you got to handle it at the voting polls. You had 2 board members that were adamant about destroying our school district. And I told them, I can guarantee you on election night, you're going to take a L. Out of all the races that we had, almost 100 races, it's only 2 races that didn't go to a runoff. That was those 2 school board members. And they got their ass dog walked because we took care of them at the polls and we got them out the seats. So the first thing that needs to be understood is you at war right now. He done drew a line in the sand. You either gonna stand up for your child or you gonna put your child in danger. Now, every mom out there, and I'm gonna talk strictly to the moms because the dads, we are who we are. You had that baby in your stomach for 9 months. And you made a promise to that child that you would protect them with everything in your power. You being tested right now. Patrick Jenkins doesn't give a damn if your child dies. He could care less. But understand, he can't do anything unless those people give him the power when they pass those votes. So if this was Houston, I'm gonna be honest with you, it wouldn't fly. It ain't gonna happen. They do work collaboratively, they collaborate with the community. It ain't just a certain part of the city that they're gonna work with. They're forced to work with all of us. You see what I'm saying? So the bottom line is your failing schools tend to generate more money for that school district than a school that's not failing because they get all the additional federal funds. So you have to make the decision. Do you stop him now? Or do you risk the chance of your child going into that building and they may come out, but they may come out on a stretcher. They may end up in the hospital. And if they end up in the hospital, how are you going to feel as a parent when they tell you can't visit your child? He can't tell me it can't happen because we've seen it happen over 200,000 times in the United States of America. If you want my help, I'm here. But the one thing I'm not afraid. And if I got to stand up for your child, I'd be damned if you don't. Why would I stand up for your child and you don't want to do it? It is time for y'all to push back on Patrick Jenkins and that school board, minus Shauna's mom, who stood firm, and let them know this ain't gonna work.
There's a meeting tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell you what. Can I attend that meeting? You sure?
Yes. I can text with confirmation from someone
because that would mean
I know
that I would have to drive through a tropical storm. And I don't normally drive in the rain. But if I have to drive for those kids, then I'm gonna do what God tell me to do. But I'm gonna tell you something. You don't need me. Not right now. If I have to, I will. Let's get that straight. I ain't scared. But you have the power. You guys have the power. The Montgomery bus boycotts lasted 381 days. That means black people refuse to get on any form of transportation in Montgomery, Alabama. They bankrupt the transportation system of Montgomery, Alabama. And because they did, you now have the right to walk into any restaurant that you want, and you don't have to get your food at the back door. You don't have to worry about somebody beating you over the head because you're drinking out the wrong water fountain. You feel what I'm saying? It took sacrifice. It took dedication. If you want to change the St. Landry Parish school system, you got to stand up. You got, and trust me, I don't want the kids not to go to school. But I definitely don't want them to go to school if it ain't safe.
And I'll even go a little further. I'll go further. If a parent so chooses to send their kid to school and it's not safe, that is their choice.
Let me ask you something, Jermaine. You got a kid in the school system?
I have 4 of them.
So let me ask you, because you're a father, and you might be different than me, because I don't have a wallet. I always lose them. You got some pictures of your kids?
Not like I don't
I
have a
can't
wallet
hear
either. I don't like carrying a wallet.
you got any pictures you can see right now, your kids?
No, not where I am. I
I
can
want
get
you to
one though.
think how your baby look. Go grab that picture for me real quick. Do that for me real quick. I want to show you
Y'all
something.
excuse me for a moment.
Okay.
All right.
Your children are important to you, and it's something that you have to understand that you have to do, and that's all it boils down to. Hold on a second. Let me go grab something. Okay, let's go here. Hold on, y'all. We coming. Jermaine is going to grab something for me. Jermaine, that's your babies?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question. When you went to get the school clothes or however you do that, did you take them with you?
No, sir.
Okay, so you already knew what to buy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you take your picture down, jump back on the screen. I want you to look at the possibilities of what you might be buying next. That's what you might be buying next. So here's my question to you, strong African American father. You ready to go to war?
I've been
Because
at
that's what
war.
it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. We have to go to war for these children. So, Shauna, what time does the meeting start?
4 o'clock.
I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, the meeting started at 4.
Yeah, 4.
You sure I can come? Because I don't know if this is a regular meeting or a special meeting, but you sure I can come?
I am confirming.
Okay,
Right.
let me know. You confirm it, and 5-star be there. So this is my thing to you parents. If you can go out and buy tennis shoes and PS4s, the chance that you're taking right now with Patrick Jenkins and them bunch of idiots up there, Midas Shauna's mom, you may be looking at a casket next. So as long as you know what your realization is, if you can handle that, then so be it. Teachers, you need to understand also that you may be looking at this also. So do you have that prepared? Is that in your wish list of things for the next 2 or 3 months? Because once you are fitted for that, then what happens to your children? These people don't care. These people don't care. And sometimes we're going to have to reinvent Montgomery, Alabama a different way. And that's all it boils down to. So here's
What do you know about Allen Parish?
nothing. Tell me.
Okay. Somebody put under one of the watch parties that this collab is everything. Obviously, her whole family went to Yates.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, they've heard of you.
I start good trouble. Let's just put it like that.
I like good trouble.
Well, here's the thing. If I come, which I'm gonna come, if that's what it is, and I'm gonna do some homework tonight, and I'm gonna be ready to rock. The only thing I ask people, if we can, let's meet, and it starts at what time?
4.
Okay, is the public invited, or how does that go?
I'm going to confirm, and I'll send you a message to your phone.
Okay. Regardless if the public is invited or not, we need as many people there as possible. If they can't come in, we need them there. Let me do what I'm great at doing. And I'll explain it to you offline, you and Jermaine, how it's got to be done. Now, the thing is I know they watching. I don't give a damn if y'all see me. I don't care what you're thinking right now. You ain't ready for what I'm finna bring to the table. You ain't ready for what I'm finna bring to the table. So that's why I don't care if they see this, because you got to put a stop to it, and you got to put a stop to it now. Now, if they had everything in place, you guys,
those two gentlemen, Mark Lazard and Jermaine Green, went to that meeting today, sir. They didn't go there with just stories out of their head. They went there with papers. They showed them everything. Anonymous messages from teachers that was inserted into a Word document. They read messages from board members, and they still did what they did. That's to me, that to me, it's not just about Patrick Jenkins at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the head of the snake. That is almost like a chicken now. It's not a snake anymore, it's a chicken. Because when you cut a chicken head off, the body's still flopping around a little bit. That's them other 12 members, minus Miss Sides.
Well, what Pat is basically telling y'all.
Email, I need you to bring this one in. Okay?
Okay.
Send it to bring him in.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me go here. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. I can do it with you right there. Hold on a second. What's his email address? You sent it to me? Okay.
I texted it.
Hold on, I'm doing it now.
It's gone too
Okay.
far.
All right. There it is right there. I sent it to him.
Okay.
So as a father, Jermaine, I'm just telling you, some days you gotta walk in that water for him. And you gotta go to war. And the thing is, like I'm telling y'all, all of y'all are intelligent. This system that they run throughout the country for education, it's all the same, no matter if it's Houston, St. Landry Parish, whatever. So it took me years to figure out the system and how to beat them at their own game. So if we want it to stop, we're gonna make it stop. Because basically what he's telling y'all got to shit to get off the pot. We stand firm in the hell with y'all.
That's what I take. Fuck y'all. I'm sorry. It got parental discretion. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's what they saying. Pretty much. I don't give a fuck what y'all want for y'all kids. You gonna take what we give you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what I got from it today. We going with it. Take it or leave it. If you don't want to accept this, send them to school.
It's almost
you
like
can't
they
accept
bluffing us.
He calling you bluff.
You want me to be? Can I be honest? I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think we got enough parents that's willing to go to war. I don't think we have teachers that's ready to go to war. We have a lot of people that's ready to talk the talk, but I don't think we have enough people on our side that's ready to actually go into action.
Well, let me say this for you, brother, and I know where you're at, because when I first started, I was just a pissed off parent, but I had to battle for my kids. I didn't give a damn who showed up.
I don't
I'm
give
a
a
battle
damn.
for my kids, man. And I'm gonna battle you in other ways to make you understand that I'm gonna get what I want and I'm gonna work with you, but you ain't gonna just punk me when it come to my kids. And that's all it boiled down to. We didn't have no army of people. We had some dedicated people.
Shit, I'm a woman and you ain't gonna punk me.
We got enough parents, Jermaine. Trust me when I tell you. Because it's a way that we gotta do it. Shauna, let them know. I need you and Jermaine, every fucking news station you put your hands on.
Yes, sir.
You take care of the locals, I'm gonna take care of the nationals. We're gonna make these motherfuckers some rock stars. Because if you don't even have a plan to deal with it, understand when kids go to school, it look like the first thing they gravitate to is the soap dispensers because they snatch them off the damn wall. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of schools don't even have soap dispensers. But you telling me that the way you gonna clean is with some Comet. Motherfucker, if Comet was working, nobody would have had a Comet, the COVID. So no, we just don't, you just don't take this laying down. He's made his stance, he's made his move, but now I'm gonna teach y'all how to play chess and not play checkers.
Yep.
I'm gonna teach y'all to play chess. And we ain't gotta do no talking to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You want me to meet? I'll come to meet. Fuck it. But my position is I want you to stay where you at. I want you not to change what you finna do. Because now I get to destroy your ass and never feel bad for doing it. It's a way to do them. They not smarter than you. They are nowhere near smarter than you.
What I realized today is they have 4 board members. 4 board members, and they have all the power.
And
4 board members.
But you know what makes it worse, Jermaine? They shouldn't, now should they?
Oh no, because the numbers don't allow it. The numbers don't allow it, but they have all the control.
So these 4 board members, are they black, white, Latino? What are they?
They don't look like us.
So they're white. So that tells me that the black representation and parental discretion is advised. Minus Shauna's mom, who's a soldier. Y'all some
the
bitches.
only soldier.
You some bitches. Your black representation is some bitches because they won't stand up against the 4 that seem to have the power. No, the 4 only have 1 vote apiece. They don't have any power. So what they do is those 4 create a block. And what they do when they create their little 4-man voting block, they go entice at least 3 more of the white ones or the black ones to jump on their side. And if you go back and you look at the way they voted in the last year, I guarantee y'all of them vote the same way. I done seen it. We done dealt with it. But it's time to play chess and stop playing checkers with these motherfuckers.
Because if we continue with the guidance that we have from there, maybe they not gonna be building new homes here. They gonna be, you could get a whole prison right here.
Well, remember last night I told you they start identifying your children for prison as early as the 3rd grade. That's when they stop teaching them to read. All this. I mean, like y'all, they tell me they suspend kids down there in pre-K. Am I right? You know, we made them change that shit down here. You can't suspend a kid down here until at least the 3rd grade. Because if you can't handle a 4-year-old kid, your ass don't need to be in a classroom. And that's all it boils down to. They 4 years old, 5 years old. They're going to be a 4 or 5-year-old. That's all it boils down to. So they're going to
be a 4 or 5-year-old with or without guidance. Because I can assure you, my 4 or 5-year-old, all 3 of them, all the nephews and all the kids I've ever had my hand on, I ain't never had no problems. And I worked in the school system. I ain't never had no problems. Their problem is they think we are ignorant and that we don't accept anything. No, they really think that we call bluffs.
Okay,
For
I tell you
not
what
to
you
come
get.
outside and address us that day.
Okay, but I tell you what you get when you get old 5-star. You get somebody that clearly understands the rules and regulations of how a school system is ran. I went through their website last night. They the dumbest school system in the world because they put all their business on their website. So I was able to look at the mission statement and I was able to look at how the board does certain things. That's how I know they gave him the power to be able to do what he's done. So here's the thing. If you think you don't have the power, then you're already defeated. We ended up with an African American interim superintendent. One night we show up in the boardroom, they decide they're gonna fire her and bring back the old superintendent who had stolen money. They fired that lady in the middle of that board meeting that Thursday night. By the Monday morning, she was back in her office as interim superintendent. Cause we ain't having it, partner. Well, how did you do it, 5-star?
The infection from the chicken head
Mm-hmm.
falls all the way down to the staff. Example, parents today messaging me. They had booted offline. So they called, was it the IT department, Jermaine? Call the IT department. You want to know their professional response to a parent, sir? If your child was in school, you wouldn't have that problem.
And guess what? They can say that, but it's time for y'all to make them feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have all the power. And Jermaine, I'm telling you, it don't take 700-800 parents. It don't even take that many. You stand firm, and this is what it's gonna be. So, the way that we made them put that lady back in that seat is we had 32 schools ready to rock and roll that Monday morning. Ain't nobody going in them buildings. And they put that woman back in that seat. You have to affect their bottom line. The only thing they're respecting here is money. They make money off of children. And right now they know that they ain't got enough muscle. We got them where we want them. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they really don't have you. You gotta believe. You gotta believe, bro.
See, we have. I'm gonna give you an example. And look, it's no knock on the teachers because I've been fighting for them. But the teachers don't want to lose their insurance and their money, so they won't come out and stand. They want to stay anonymous.
Well, you can't help those. You can't help those teachers.
I can
But
respect.
they don't have to come out and they want to, if they want to be anonymous or they don't want to stand. As long as when your ass get the coughing and your chest tighten up and you willing to deal with that shit, and they put you in there and they incubate your ass and stick that tube down your throat and strap you to that bed, as long as you can deal with that, stay anonymous. I've been intubated before. That shit is not fun, bro. That shit is not fun. And these children don't deserve to go through what these people are about to put them through. Because if your child died, that's you got to bury it. They could care less. The school system is a machine. They're going to keep running that machine. But you have the option. Why are these parents not looking into homeschooling? I'm pretty sure the state of Louisiana has free online homeschooling.
They do.
Send them to homeschool. Oh, well, they play sports. Man, they can still go play sports. They just in a homeschool. It's either that or risk the chance of your child dying. Teachers is either stand up or risk the chance of you getting sick and possibly dying and leaving your children, your husband, your wife here. That is the choices that you have. It's no other choices. As far as the hot spot, I think y'all were on the other feed and you said that you need internet for the hotspot. The hotspot itself is the internet. So if the hotspot is not picking up for the kids to be able to do their work, that's a garbage ass hotspot because I got one. I travel a lot.
They addressed that in the meeting, Jermaine, didn't they?
Yes, that's correct.
I have a hotspot because I travel a lot. So some spots I go to, I don't have internet. So I'm with T-Mobile. My hotspot pick up every time. It picks up every single time.
So I asked them, I said, if you have a contract with AT&T and AT&T had told us that we were going to have a certain amount of data and we are not getting that, then we need to find somebody else that will give it to us if AT&T can't do it. They said they reached out to AT&T and AT&T never got back with them.
What?
That's what they said.
Since when AT&T called people to get what?
It is imperative.
Priority to them.
It is imperative that people clearly understand. Distant learning is what it's called when your child is going to school on a laptop or a computer. I know distant learning because I've been in school online for the last 2 years. That is a tough transition coming out of a classroom and doing your work online. Some people think it's easy. No, it's not. Like for me, I hate ebooks. I don't like books that I have to read on the internet. I like a book that's in my hand. So that's why I can get the book for $30. I can get the book for $30 online, an ebook. But I'm gonna pay $150 because this is the way that I learn.
But so, let me interject this. Because I'm with you on the book. I like to read it because I'm a hand-to-eye coordinated type of person. So I write my things repeatedly so that it'll register to my brain. However, no shade at all, sir. All due respect. These is kids. This don't apply to our old ass, which is why the goddamn board is making these recommendations because they are not up to the times, sir. Well, that's why we're having these problems. There's no vision anymore. They're comfortable. They're comfortable. There's no vision. Not one person, except for my mom, has a vision. All they want to ensure is that they get them funds, get their checks, and go to their house.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many former educators are on the board, the school board?
Shit, all of them.
They all former educators.
In some form or fashion, yeah.
Now, how many of those former educators actually educated poor black kids?
I had my mom as a teacher. She taught biology. I'm a nurse today, so I don't know how.
I bet you if you go do the research, you're going to find out where your problem is. Because those that can't relate to what you're talking about or whoever's talking about right now with the learning aspect of being behind in St. Landry Parish is because they haven't had the opportunity to work with these poor black kids the way that they should. Or if they did, they didn't give a damn. See, I was that parent that was in that box, Jermaine. I lived in the suburbs with the big house and the 4 cars in the driveway, but I still took my kids to the other side of town to go to the same schools that I went to them black schools. And then one morning I woke up and I put a for sale sign in the yard. And my wife say, don't do that. I say, it's done. She say, what? Why are you doing this? I say, because we need to go back where we come from. We traveling every day, 45 minutes to take these kids to school, and then 45 minutes to go pick them up. We might as well live in the hood, man. We can find something nice. We can live in the hood, and that way I can help the hood the way I want. I can't really help them, trying to figure out how I got to get home, duck the traffic, and all that shit. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, Jermaine, you're not defeated. Nope. What I need you to do, big homie, I don't know if you drink, but if you do, get you a glass of yak. Get back to 5-star on the way, baby. 5-star on the way, baby. And we ain't finna play no more motherfucking checkers. We finna play chess. And now we gonna affect their bottom line. You have to make them as uncomfortable as they've made you. You have to make them think about you as much as you're thinking about them. See, when you go to bed at night, it's on your mind. When you wake up and use the restroom in the middle of the night, it's on your mind. When you wake up the next morning, it's on your mind. So you got to put it on their mind the same way. See, when old 5-star make a call like today, I sat down with a city councilman. Went to breakfast. He paid for it. When I make that call, you do what I need you to do. If not, I'm going to make you uncomfortable.
I have to make a clarification because I don't like to give erroneous information. That's against the law. So the person that's listening and texting me at the same time under that post, when you spread negative or erroneous things repeatedly without correcting yourself, it becomes an internet harassment crime. But moving forward, I had said that almost everyone was formerly in education. I'm incorrect. It is told to me that Mr. Boudreaux, Josh Boudreaux, he was never in education, and the rest of it reads, and I quote, his ass owns a daiquiri shop. 3 of his 4 kids are in private school.
Whoa, hold on a second. So you sitting on a public school board making decisions about kids in a public school system, but the system is not good enough for your children to go to.
And the survey says,
now you know down here in Texas,
He's the worst.
We have a Texas education.
And he's the worst one out of all of them.
We have a Texas education agency, just like y'all got a Louisiana education agency. And Texas education is screwed up for one reason. Because the guy that runs the Texas education agency, Mike Morath, has never been a school teacher. He's never been an administrator. Never been a principal, nothing.
He must have used that virtual learning system.
So now we see why it's all messed up. When you have people that have never been educators making decisions about education, this is the shit you run into. You're not running a Walmart. I know y'all listening to me. You're not running a Walmart. You're not running a Sam's Club. You're running a school system. You're running a school
in turn raise kids, educate kids to be able to take care of us and him, them. Because all of them days is very close. They're very close to elderly. I'm just saying. I don't want to say there's no anyone on the school system under 50. Go ahead on and call me a liar then. Anybody on the school board under 50. Go ahead. I'll wait. Anybody? Can I buy a vowel?
See, your mom can see it. She's walked that walk for a long time as a teacher and an educator. That's why she's so passionate. That's why she will stand firm, because she understands. She understands. So, Jermaine, I'm telling you, dog, sip that yak, because, dog, I'm finna put some revolutionary shit inside you, youngster, that's gonna shake that motherfucker up to where we think we at the Players Club. I'm finna put Patrick Jenkins in a motherfucking G-string and have him dancing like he Diamond. And once I start, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna bear down. Patrick, you gonna think I'm Chauvin and you George Floyd, because I'm finna put my motherfucking foot on your neck. And I'm not gonna ease up, hopefully for 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
He putting his knee on them children neck, all up in their chest. Them children, these children, my children, the community children.
Them people don't care nothing about them.
Give them the bad minimum. That's good enough. That's good enough. Just give them that. No, sir. Not mine. And I know not Jermaine's.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to come in and out. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna have to go in and out because I'm really working on something major down here. So, but those kids are that important to me. So, 5 stars coming. And it's a public meeting. That has it been posted Did they put it on the internet and say it's a meeting, or did they put a paper inside of the school board?
You know,
I'm
gonna call Mark real quick. I'm gonna mute myself and call.
Yeah, you have to learn too that all meetings should be publicly posted with at least a 72-hour notice, so that you will know that that is a public meeting. And if they're doing meetings that are not like that, they're in violation of federal law. Shit, man, I've been gave these people so many fucking problems, man. You ain't gonna be the only one sipping on that yak. I'm gonna make somebody nerves bad, dog. I'm gonna make somebody nerves bad, man. So we gotta battle them, and that's all it boils down to. You gotta take the power from them. You have to take the power from them. So we need them news cameras. We need the battle, and that's what it is. And that's all it boils down to. I mean, shit, it is what it is. These people don't care, man. But
I'll see you tomorrow. The meeting is open.
It's an open meeting.
Anyone can join.
Okay. I'll be there before 4.
I'll be there well after 4.
You
got them soldiers. You got them too. See, I don't. Let me tell you something, 5-star. I am a conduit of communication. You see, Jermaine and Mark, them two can go handle that school board. They got this. Since they think black men ain't nothing, no way. They got this. I'll meet y'all there, though. You and them, y'all got that. I'll be there. And I'm certain that there will be an entourage outside for support. Please remember to bring y'all masks.
Bring your masks, bring your signs, bring your bullhorns. I keep a bullhorn in the trunk at all times anyway. So, you know, it's what it is, man. I mean, we just got to do what we got to do. And that's all it boils down to. It is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. I stand with you. But goddamn it, we're going to have to fight. We're going to have to fight. So, yeah, it's what it is at this point.
Yep. The battle of the wheels, so to speak.
It is what it is at this point. Let's go. If that's what they want, if they want to fight, fuck it, we're going to fight. We're going to fight.
I want to clarify something because, you know, we have people of different persuasions that may listen to these lives. I need for them to understand that in this lingo that we are talking right now, when we say fight, we don't necessarily mean with our fists, sirs and ma'am. So before y'all go and spread that, that is not the first resort of anything ever. That is not it.
All black people don't have to fight physically. I know how to fight with paperwork.
But you see, some people don't understand that. They'll be taking it and misconstrued it when posted in their little group and shared it that, oh Lord, they coming to the school board office to fight. No. We're coming to fight you at your own game.
This ain't even, let me just tell you, sweetie. This ain't even a fair fight for me. They're not ready.
At all.
Man, do it look like I'm over here flinching, shaking, second guessing? They not ready. See, because the fight, the protests, the marching don't just have to be at the school board.
Yep.
The protest can be at your church. The protest can be at your house. The protest can be at your job. It don't have to just be at the school board. Wherever you at, we gotta make you uncomfortable. And that's all it boiled down to. I ain't ready. I don't want to do no more talking about it. Like Vicious used to tell me from the ex-mob, if you're gonna talk like a G, you're gonna have to walk like one.
I'm tired of talking.
I'm tired of talking. Let's get it in.
I'm ready.
Let's get it in. So from this point on, whatever strategies we need to employ, it won't be discussed on the book. Y'all ain't getting no more information.
Nothing. So
Oh,
I'm
and
sorry.
so here's the thing I want them to know too, because most school boards, and you tell me, Jermaine, they have an attorney. Am I correct?
That's right.
Okay, well, Mr. Attorney, if y'all watching, school board members or superintendent, I forgot to tell you what my major is. Criminal justice. I'll eat your fucking attorney up for lunch too.
We have one as well.
Yeah. My goal is to open my own law firm for poor people and call it the Hood Law Firm, so they ain't got to spend a busload of money but have some high-powered representation. So right now, I battle school systems every day. I battle their attorneys, and they stay getting their ass whooped.
What happened to the Houston man you were talking about last night? The superintendent.
Which one?
Um.
The one I made retire?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was very, very corrupt. And he had this attitude, sort of like Patrick, same attitude, where it was like, the hell with you, I'm going to do what I want to do, you know, blah, 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 blah. So when I got in the game, I did my research, I figured out the dirt. And our board meetings are normally on Thursday nights. So on Tuesdays, they would always call me and ask me if I needed help. You know, can we help you figure this out before you go? So that particular Tuesday, they called me, and I remember what I said. I say, go upstairs and tell the good doctor. His name was Dr. Terry Greer. Tell the good doctor he got 48 hours to get out the goddamn building, or I'm sending everybody to jail. When I showed up that Thursday, it was big mob of people in the foyer. I say, what's going on? He say, man, Greer finna retire. His 48 hours was up. And he left.
Didn't I see today one of them was indicted today?
That's the chief operating officer, Brian Busby. He was indicted today in federal court. Well, I remember they had kicked me out of the school district. I had to go to court. I had to sue him. I got back in. The first meeting I went to, I went up to him and I say, big dog, you need to holler at me Monday. It was that Thursday night. And he say, what's going on? I say, somebody after you, pimp. And he say, well, who after me? I say, man, just call me Monday. Let's talk. Well, he didn't call Monday. Okay, cool. I ain't reaching out to him. That Wednesday, the feds walked through the front door. And now Mr. Busby has been indicted. These people ain't ready for what I'm finna bring to the table. Because you talking about the COVID, I'm finna start talking about that money. I'm finna start talking about the misappropriation of federal funding. But I can't tell y'all everything.
Nope.
So what we gonna do, we gonna end this video and I'm gonna get me some rest. But when I end the video, y'all don't go nowhere.
Okay.
And then you're gonna understand why I am who I am. So for those that don't want to know, will 5-Star be at the meeting tomorrow night? You goddamn right I'll be there. I think I'll be there. If you want to donate to my Cash App, do what you do. I need some hog cracklings anyway. I'll at Dunn's when I come in and give me some boudin and hog cracklings anyway. When I get the Appaloosas, I might go over to Ray's if it's still open. Get me something. So, you know, it is what it is. We ain't got to do no more talking. No more talking. Let's just get it in. And that's what it is, man. So y'all have a good night. Y'all don't go nowhere.